Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State, here's Jaleel McLaughlin. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Second and a couple. To throw is Nix. Flush to his right. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. But you look at this Bronco defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Herbert now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 40-yard line. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Palontu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Nix from the shotgun. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On first down, it's Hampton. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Chargers at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And able to use uses blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Nix. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Broncos nothing.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The give is to McLaughlin. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Throwing Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one too low.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it will change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This an easy one, 23-yarder. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a couple. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Ladd McConkey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, here's Nix. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hampton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This 2nd and 4. Next to the air. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Hampton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Herbert. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Hampton. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers take the...